What up, folks? I'm back again with another video game review. The game I will be reviewing is Metroid Prime 2 Echoes for the Nintendo GameCube, which is the sequel to Metroid Prime. Now, with this one, the game starts off with the Galactic Federation instead of Generation. Pretty much as Samus to locate a crew of Galactic Federation troops, and she goes to planet Aether on her way into the atmosphere after her gunship gets damaged, and she makes it go into self-repair as she goes investigate to what happened to the Galactic Federation troops. And throughout the first, like, say, 30 minutes or so, she finds that they're dead, the troops, and there's this mysterious, like, sisters that make her come back to life as zombies, whatever she takes. And she pretty much takes them out. And she locates a particular being that's known as part of a race called Illuminoth, and this particular Illuminoth explains to her that planet Aether has been it was hit by this asteroid called Aether, split into Aether and Dark Aether, and Dark Aether ended up with this other race called the AIM, which was a group of soldiers. I wouldn't say that they were like they're pretty much barbaric in their warfare. It's kind of like pretty similar to the space pirates, but it's kind of like, but they were more brutal in their warfare. So the Luminoth was fighting the Ing. It was like pretty much become at a stalemate. So whoever wins will pretty much take over both Light and Dark Aether. So this particular Luminoth asked Samus to put everything back in order by going to like Agon race, the fortress, and things like that. And through the course of that, she finds the ship, the Galactic Federation troops ship, before going to Agon Waste, and she like logged into their machine, whatever. It explained to her, and she saw like what happened to them, where the Ing had pretty much decimated the Galactic Federation troops that was aboard the ship. And then she also explained that the Galactic Federation troops ended up at Aether because they were chasing the space pirates there, and that's how they ended up there, and their ship was damaged. And this is where when they were making their repairs, they got attacked by the Ing. But now, this is pretty much where the rest of the game, where the story of it takes us back to like doing what you did in Metroid Prime, as far as like adventures, scanning stuff, things like that. And instead of looking for artifacts like you did in Metroid Prime, you're looking for typical keys for the 3 sections. And once you get, I think like the last one is 9, but the point is that once you get all the keys, you fight the boss up where you after you get the third temple, you can open up the particular section to get the energy back. And once you beat a particular enemy, you get a particular item. And with the first one, in either way, you get the dark suit, where it reduces the damage that is done to you, in dark after, because the atmosphere is like real toxic, so you need some beacons to restore your health. And one thing about the crystal beacons is like it takes a long time for you to regenerate, for your health to regenerate. Once you get in one of them, it can take like a good 10 minutes for that to happen if your energy is real low. So that part is particularly tedious, you know. And actually with this particular game, you have, instead of having the wave beam, ice beam, and the plasma beam, you have the dark beam, the light beam, and the annihilator beam. And the annihilator beam is pretty much the combination of the light and dark beams. And unlike the previous Metroid titles, the beams actually have ammo count. I can admit it is pretty odd for them to do that for ammo, for them to have ammo for the for them to have an ammo count for the beams. With this one, since they got it, it allows you to, you just can't go blast the dude through them all willy nilly, you know, as far as the light beam ammo, light beam, dark beam, and the annihilator beam. And with this, you have new beam missile combos like dark burst, sunburst, and the sonic boom, along with the super missile. Now, it's kind of like, to me, the dark beams, the dark burst, the sunburst, and the sonic boom, to me, suffer the same problem as the wave buster, flamethrower, and the ice spreader, in that I don't really like using that much, unless I just feel like, if I feel like taking out a group of enemies while I'm on my way to another section, you know. But I will use the dark burst against the alpha blob, which is one of the annoying bosses in the game, because it's like a quick way to take them out. You know, all you need to do is have 150 ammo for the dark beam and the dark burst. So if you set them up to get stuck on one of the walls, what will happen? He'll get stuck, and that is the perfect time to use the dark burst, because it'll take like 10 seconds it will last for a good like 10 seconds, so it will take like around 20% of the alpha blob's energy each time you use it. And as far as the bosses are concerned, they range from straight up annoying to outright difficult. Like I said, the alpha blob is one of the annoying bosses, while the Emperor is one of the tougher bosses in this particular game. So that's like my main gripe, but as a whole, the boss battles as a whole are more challenging than what you find in Metroid Prime, and there are more bosses for you to fight. Instead of sub bosses, you know. And you have like other items like the light suit, missiles, super missiles, seeker missiles. You actually have a screw attack on this one. You know. So there's certain items that you do have a different group of items this time around, and the graphics and gameplay, although they're good, not as good as Metroid Prime, but it's not like it's not nowhere it's not a deal breaker by no means, you know. Even though it is kind of bland, but hey, it is what it is, you know. And the concept of the whole Light After, Dark After, pretty much reminds me of Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past for Super Nintendo, but instead of a particular country, we talk about a planet here, you know. So there will be a certain amount of backtracking, and it's like it's not as bad as Metroid Prime, but the backtracking is pretty lengthy in and of itself. And then there's the multiplayer for the that they have for Metroid Prime 2. And to be truthful, it's pretty forgettable for the simple fact it has two um, two game modes for it, and like a handful of maps. Well, but the major problem is that your average game modes on the multiplayer will have like at least say 10 to 15 maps with 10 to 15 games with like the same number of maps or even more so, like around 20. So I really didn't get the point of them really including a multiplayer for Metroid Prime 2. To me, they should have like scratched that idea right off the bat. You know, they should have. To me, they should have offered something else to like really get people attention, or just added more maps and game modes for it. I mean, like outside of those few complaints, it is a pretty solid game from an overall perspective. And it's kind of like if I were to have like a list of, if I had to make an honest assessment of it, when I compare it to the other Metroid Prime games, and I would say it's like probably like the worst out of the three. Some might disagree with my assessment, but again, it's in my opinion. But as far as the Metroid, when I compare it to other games in the other Metroid games in the series, I would say it's the sixth best Metroid game in the series. But in front of that would be like Metroid Fusion, Metroid Zero Mission, Metroid Prime, Super. I would say Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 3, and Super Metroid. So that would be those 5 games. It's like Metroid Prime be number 1, Metroid Prime. Well, I want to think of Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, say Metroid Fusion, Zero Mission, and Metroid Prime 3, then Metroid Prime 2. So. But I would say that it is no slouch, though. As far as the score, I would definitely like give it an 8 out of 10. You know, now with that being said, if you like Metroid Prime 2, or if you agree or disagree with this video. Mention your opinion in the hey, having another brain freeze over here, but mention it in the comment section. And don't forget to thumbs up the video if you like it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. This is your boy Big Mike 5989 signing off. Till then, I'll see you on the flip flop.